So today we're going to start out with a bell ringer on relationship values. So all the sheets that I passed out to you, I want you to grab those out and go ahead and answer the questions. I'll be monitoring, walking around, and then we're going to discuss those at our tables and then as a class as a whole. So you can go ahead and begin on that. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Did you say they're supposed to be in order?
Yeah, so like your top 5. They don't have to be in order. Just select like 5 that you look for. If you want to put them in order, you can. I put mine in order, but. What is our top? It's okay. You can just put top 5. It didn't specify. Yeah, you're good. Same. You can just sit down at any of the tables.
Sorry.
Just go ahead and sign into the heat sheet, and then we're working on this, and we're talking. And just to let you know, we are being videoed right now, just so you didn't get scared. All right, once you finish, just go ahead and start discussing your friends versus the other column at your table, and then talk about just kind of how your lists are different, or if they're the same, anything you had the same on it, just stuff like that. And then also, if you want to go ahead and start talking at your tables about the questions, such as how many important people in your life exhibit these values, if your tables list were the same, and then also what negatives are you able to accept in a relationship.
I didn't put them in order, so, and I mean, like, I think all of these could.
Do I have any negatives?
I could switch some of them out.
Besides physical attraction. That's not, you shouldn't look at your friends like that.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
You can
Yeah, I
look at
can
your
feel
girlfriend.
some.
That's why I
You just
said
gotta know
like
inside
that's
that.
the only one that I think
I
that
said a
could.
little bit of forgiveness.
that
I had
is
someone in my first class tell me about
one-sided.
bad driving, and I said, well, you might not be in a relationship very long if you're both dead. So,
Shared religious beliefs is a big one for me.
It doesn't matter if they're
But
same
politics, I don't care.
religion. I don't know.
Did y'all have any you didn't really care about at all or use?
Political beliefs.
Political beliefs?
But religious beliefs was a big one. Protective and safe, I thought could be the same. Because if they're protective, but they also have to be safe to, like, you know.
I didn't put that for my
kind of follow your
girlfriend.
group members and we'll kind of explain
You
stuff.
didn't?
We are on camera
Why?
right now. Just to let
Because my girlfriend has to protect me. And that's,
you want to startle you?
I mean, I think y'all should both have each other's backs.
oh yeah.
But
They're
not,
gonna
like,
have my back.
physically.
But if she has to whip some guy's butt for me, then I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one.
Devoted, honest, and faithful, I think.
I said I don't know about
Up there.
The argument was
Reliable.
you'd rather someone be loyal and be bad at driving, good at driving, and be loyal, and not loyal. I said, well, if they're bad at driving, you might not live long enough to be good and loyal.
Yeah. Good sense of humor, that's a big deal.
Yeah, you
And if
don't
you have any that aren't on the list, just go ahead and add to it. It could be kindness, or maybe you're looking for you're really good at cooking. That's often one of the spouses.
It's not gonna stand.
You're good at those balls. That's okay.
Careful.
Take your time. You got plenty. I said that for reasons of yeah, I pretty much said anything that I do, I would kind of be okay with it because you can't really right. Does anybody need any more time? If so, just raise your hand. We got plenty of time. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and discuss these. If you're still working, it's okay. What was y'all's top 5 for friends? If anyone just wants to volunteer their answer.
Good sense of humor.
Good sense of humor? Okay, I have that on my list. Anyone else?
Fun to be around.
Fun to be around, that was my top one. If you can't have fun with your friends, are they really your friends?
Shared hobbies.
Shared hobbies, that's a good one. If you have stuff that you like to do together, you're more likely to be friends with those types of people. Did anybody have political beliefs or religious beliefs or financially successful or anything like that?
On the relationship one.
Okay. Did anybody have anything that we didn't talk about so far on friends? Reliable? Okay, that's a really good one. Everybody kind of knows those friends that always say, yeah, I'm down to do something, and then they're never able to do something. Anybody else put, let's see, I put hard worker. Hard worker and loyal. Those are both good ones. I put loyal. Hard working is good too, just because usually when you surround yourself with people that work hard, you're more likely to be inclined to work hard. All right, let's move over to girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse, etc. What was y'all's top one you put? Devoted to you.
I said devoted to you.
Devoted to you? Loyal? Anyone else? Alright, so I said physically attractive. My reasoning for this is that's step one. If there's no physical, personally, it could be different for everyone else, but if there's no physical attraction, then you can't really go anywhere else along the spectrum. But after step one, then by all means, loyalty, devoted to me, good sense of humor. faithful. I put can cook. Did anybody put any that weren't on there?
I should have put cook
Anyone else?
I said shared religious beliefs and financially successsul.
Okay, that's
I don't wanna
good.
get
You don't
into
want your
something and have to fix their debt and their
yeah,
credit.
you don't want your spouse to come in and hey, by the way, you just married into $75,000 of debt.
Right.
Okay, so question 1 at the bottom. Are your list above different or the same, and why? Different? Did anybody have their list that's pretty much the same?
I said both.
You said both?
Yeah.
Okay. Mine was mainly the same, except I didn't really say my friends had to be physically attractive.
Right.
That's okay. So how about important people in your life exhibiting those top 5 values? Do we have any of those?
Yeah.
How many did we say most people?
I said I would hope all of them.
I had 3, and then my mom didn't text me back this morning, so I scratched her out and put 2. So I now have 2 on there. Anybody else have any more than
That's a
3?
big fat move.
You got 4? Okay. All right. So negatives. What kind of negatives are you able to accept in a relationship?
I have a really bad attitude, so I kind of can't tell somebody, like, not to do what I do.
Okay. Attitude. Anyone else? I said forgetfulness. Can be pretty forgetful if I don't write it down or make memory of it or do something to make sure I know that's coming, that date or that event is coming up. I also said anything I struggle with, so I don't want to be hypocritical about anything. So that could be sarcasm. I'm pretty sarcastic sometimes. A pain. I can be a pain. That too. Anyone else? I had someone in my earlier class say bad driving. They can accept bad driving. I don't know how that one would be for me. I'd have to get in the car and figure that one out.
I get really impatient with bad drivers.
If you're not even going to live past the honeymoon, then who knows? All right, anyone else have anything they listed?
I put ugly laugh.
Ugly laughs?
Ugly laugh.
We all know exactly what he's talking about there. All right, so if everybody wants to just pass those to one person at your table, and I'll come by and collect those. Wesley, do you want passing these out to the class for me? Make sure your name is at the top of everything.
It's really tricky like that.
I did. Go. I got it. Go. Closer. Up there.
Thanks.
Alright, so now what we're going to do today, instead of me sitting up here lecturing or me giving you all PowerPoint or anything like that, I made different posters around the room. And so view this as like you're going to a museum and there's different exhibits and you have to go to that exhibit to learn the information. So to do that, you're going to follow the sheet that's on the that I passed out to you. And so you're allowed to get up so you can go to each one, fill them out, and make sure you kind of pay attention to those because we will be obsessed over the information later on in the class. So everybody can get up and go to the different stations. Also, just to let you know, on the Relationship Bill of Rights, where the bottom it says develop and keep other friendships with a blank after it, that blank shouldn't be there. And then also at the very bottom on review, where it says blank of blank, that second blank shouldn't be there as well. So that one shouldn't be there, and that one shouldn't be there. This is what happens when you set it together. All of them. Wait, which one's wrong? It says develop and keep other friendships. Yeah. And then in the very bottom, that one. So once you finish one station, you can get up and go to another table and get the information from the next station as well. And when you finish, just hang on to it. We will go over it and talk about it as a class when everyone's done. Oh, first. The word first. Yeah, sorry, I should specify. They should have solved. They should solve. You just want to put first. On, let's see which one is it. On the STAR problem solving method, number 2, where it says stop. The first one that says identify the problem, just put first in that last blank. You don't have to put they should solve first. You can just put the word first. And y'all can talk, it doesn't have to be completely silent. Or it can be silent. You're good. As soon as I turn it on, it'll all get deleted. Because I don't have 35 minutes. I don't have enough memory for this. Yeah, I'm getting great. So this one would be principles and theories of learning. Does everybody have about one more section to go? Or one more poster, I guess? The camera's still on. Charles, you done? Yeah. Okay, last table done? Last table's done. Got one more. Take your time, we got plenty of time. Everybody sign the sign-in sheet.
Check it.
Do whatever you gotta do. Yeah. You almost done, Jessica? Okay. You got plenty of time. Alright, so now we're going to just discuss these. So we're just kind of this popcorn style. So I'll just read one of the lines and then I'll call someone's name and they just follow it up, and so we make sure we have all the information. So the first thing is I'll go first. First thing is a relationship bill of rights. Does everybody know what like an actual bill of rights is in the US government? It's like the rights that we have as humans in this country. And so the relationship bill of rights is the rights that you have in your relationship. Okay, Kristen, who has all of the rights of the relationship bill of rights?
You.
You do, okay. Michael, how should you communicate?
Communicate open.
Openly? Okay. Gracie, how should you be treated with? Respect, okay. Charles, what should you do with your instincts? Trust them, okay. What should you do with your other friendships? Jade?
Keep them.
Keep them, okay.
Develop and keep them.
Develop and keep them, okay. Hannah, how should you feel in a relationship? Safe. Okay. Nikita, what should you maintain? What kind of boundaries? Personal and physical. Okay, good. All right, so moving on to the next one. What kind of problem-solving method is it? Angel? Star, Angel, you get it? That's why I chose you. Okay. So at the first part of STAR is to stop. Is to stop. So Wesley, what should you do first? Identify the problem. Okay. What should you do with the items from the Relationship Bill of Rights that are being violated or ignored? Let's go, Elena. Just add them. Okay, good. All right. In the next section is to think. And so, what should you do with the possible solutions? Jessica. Brainstorm them. Good. How should you evaluate them, Naomi? Positively, negatively. Wow, I can't talk today. Good. Okay. The next part is act. So, for this section, I'll just read it since it's pretty self-explanatory. You look at which option the person you should choose, and then you decide what that person will do, or what you will do in that situation. Okay, so review. What should you do with the possible outcomes of choosing this option? DeMarco. Predict. All right, good. Moving on to the back. What two colors are the behaviors? Gracie. Red and green. Good. Okay. What's an example of a red light behavior, Sarah? Jealousy. Jay.
Obsession and control.
Obsession and control. Okay. Hannah. Okay. Taylor. Manipulation. Okay. Nikita. Intimidation. Okay. And then the last one, the personality changes are due to what? Logan. Sorry.
Alcohol and drug use.
Alcohol and drug use. Good. All right. So what are some examples of green light behaviors? Charles. Friendship. Okay. Elena. Respectable. Kristen, what's another one? Trustworthy. Okay. Angel. Caring. All right. Michael, what's another one?
Good communicator.
All right. Wesley, what kind of communication? Or Wesley, what do you want to be fun around or what? Fun. Yeah. All right. And then the last one is physical attraction. Okay. Does everybody feel like we've reviewed this enough that you'd be able to pass a quiz on it? Okay. At this time, everyone can just pass these up to your one person at your table. And Sarah, do you mind passing these out for me? So at this time, we're just going to take a quiz to assess our knowledge on the thing, and you can turn the video off.
Okay.